All right, good morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of Sean Academy. So, after we had a little review yesterday about what the area of an object is, today I'm going to be showing you guys how we calculate the area of circles. So, if we're given circles like this, how do I calculate the amount of space that it takes up? The amount of space, two-dimensional space that it takes up. So, there is a formula for the area of circles that we're going to use. And what that is, to find the area of a circle, what we do is do pi times the radius r squared. So this is where some of us get a little confused because we won't have seen this before. Squaring a number is something that we might not have come across before. So let me just do a couple of quick examples of what it means to square a number. So say I have the number 4 squared. So often actually maybe I'll do it on a new piece of paper here. So if we take the number 4 squared, often what people will say is, okay, well, all that is 4 times 2. So that's a mistake that often people make. That is not what we're doing when we're squaring a number. When we square a number, what it means is that you're multiplying it by itself. So 4 squared means 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. Or say it's the number 6 squared. Again, sometimes people will say, okay, 6 times 2. But again, that's a common mistake, but be careful that you do not make that mistake. The way that we do 6 squared, what it means is that you're multiplying the number by itself. So it means it's 6 times 6. So 6 times 6 is 36. Or finally, if we do a number like 9 squared, it means we're timesing 9 by itself. So it means 9 times 9. So 9 times 9 would be 81. So we'll continue to do examples of this, and hopefully it will become clear as we do examples. But just be careful, when we're squaring a number, it means we're multiplying it by itself, not multiplying it by 2. Okay, so we'll come back to our problems here. Okay, so the area of a circle, what we do is we take pi and multiply it by the radius squared. So if I look at the circle here, I notice that my radius is 6 centimeters. It gives me my radius here. So all I'm going to do is just plug that into my equation here. So what that's going to be is pi 3.14 times the radius squared. So again, what I'm doing is timesing it by 6, basically 2 times. Times 6 times 6. So notice it's not 6 times 2, it's 3.4 times 6 because it's squared. And all I do is just plug that into my calculator. So 3.14 times 6, and there's my answer. It's 113.04 centimeters, but we're talking about area, so remember it's centimeters squared because we're talking about this whole area here. Okay, let's try another one. So here, again, we've been given my radius here. It's 11.2 meters. So my formula is area equals pi times the radius squared. Or you can just think about it, radius times radius, because you're squaring something, so you're multiplying it by the radius 2 times. So all I do is just plug that into my calculator, 3.14 times 11.2 times 11.2 again, because I'm squaring it. And let's see what we come up with. 3.14 times 11.2 times 11.2. And what I get is that number, 393 let's just round the 88 to 0.9. And I was talking in meters, so it's meters. But again, remember, we're talking about an area, so it's meters squared. Okay, let's do one more example. So here's a circle, and we want to find out the area. So remember, for area, the formula is pi times radius times radius. So the first thing I need to recognize is I haven't been given a radius here. I've been given a diameter, right? And I hope some of you guys noticed that right off the hop because we're getting really good at this now. So the diameter is 15 meters. Well, you guys will, I'm sure, remember, and you can do this quickly, the radius is just half of the diameter. So if I have the diameter and I want to get the radius, all I do is just diameter divided by 2, and that gives me the radius. So what I'm going to do is 15 divided by 2, and I can do that one in my head. It's 7.5 meters. 7.5 meters plus 7.5 meters would equal my 15-meter diameter. Okay, so there's my radius. 7.5 meters is my radius. Now I just need to plug that into my equation here. So pi 3.14 times radius once times radius again, and I get 3.14 times 7.5 times 7.5 again, and there's my area, 176.6, because I'm just gonna round it, meters squared. Okay, so for today, you're just plugging in numbers into this equation that we have. Just be really careful. The number that you're looking for to plug into this equation is your radius. So be careful and pay attention. Is the number that a question is given you the radius or the diameter? If it's the radius, you can just plug it right into the equation. If it's the diameter, then first you have to find the radius, then plug it into the equation. Okay, so we'll be working on this all week. So like before, if it's a little bit confusing today, that's okay. We'll continue to practice throughout the week. So good luck, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.